Hey there, everybody. Welcome on into the Thursday episode here of the Payoff Pitch. I'm, of course, Jason. He's, of course, the Hockey Squirrel. We're powered by BetUS. Fantastic sportsbook. Man, got to go grab that link down in this video description and hop on over there and check out all the good things that the people over at BetUS are doing. You won't be disappointed. How about coming off a Wednesday, a nice profitable day? We stay on fire. Went 4-1 yesterday. Hit both of those over 8.5s in Phillies and Braves and Rangers and Angels. Francisco Lindor came through for us there, getting over 1.5 total bases. Eric Fetty, how about that? We pushed the right buttons in Dodgers versus Nationals. Felt weird as hell tailing Fetty after we just spent the past 2 days before that doing nothing but fading the Nationals. But he came through for us right there. Just missed the sweep there on Dylan Bundy, but 4-1, another fantastic day. What's going on with you today, Squirrel?
Hey man, my official card yesterday at Hockey Squirrel went 4-2, so not the worst there. I tried giving out some props for free on my Facebook. Started out good. I had that. I took Lindor to go over 1.5 total bases, and he hit a double. That was nice. That cashed, and tried to take some shots on goal props in the hockey game, and went 1 for 3 there. So, but the one I did hit was a plus 140, so made it feel a little better. But yeah, other than that, I think I've been doing better with totals recently in baseball, though. I feel like I have.
I'd say you have. I tailed that Rangers-Angels play on you last night, so you came through for us right there. Nice to see you tailed my Francisco Lindor play. We're just doling out winners, just tossing them out. Let's go ahead and jump on into that second inning. We call it around the bases. We'll each take a couple games and break it down. You want to go first?
Yeah, of course I do. First thing that caught my eye when I went down the board was the Colorado Rockies and the Washington Nationals. And obviously, for the first reason being that you have two pitchers that have incredibly high through-the-roof ERAs of just over 6. Patrick Corbin starting out his year 0-7, and then I start looking at the batting props. You have Colorado crushing lefties as the number 1 batting average team. This does not change on the road either, and I think the number is feeling low because it's not being played where? In Colorado. If this game was in Colorado at the Rockies, we would have a line probably of like 12. And we're getting 8 or 8.5. I think you said it dipped a little bit to 8. I found it at 8.5, minus 102 being the best line currently. But we know the Nationals bats, I think at least, have been good. But Colorado being the number 1 team against lefties, and these pitchers are struggling. Let me tell you, all you have to do is open up a game log and look at how many hits they're giving up per game, and you will feel quite comfortable on this over. And let me sell it to you at 8.5.
Squirrel, you don't have to sell it to me. That is sold. I am fully on convinced. Great analysis right there. You're right. These two teams hooked up about a month ago in Colorado. And remember, that was the series we played the over on. We took 2 of the 3 games. We cashed over 10.5 runs in those 2 games. All those games had really incredibly high scoring. You're right. If this was played in Denver, you'd be seeing a 10.5 or 11. No reason for this number to come down just because it's in Washington. Love that play right there, Squirrel. Fantastic one. Might end up adding that one to my card a little bit later on. Hey, how about we go back to last week's winner? When I mean last week's winner, I mean 5 days ago. Let's run back the Minnesota Twins F5 team total over 2.5 runs at even money. Everything's the same from 5 days ago, going against Daniel Lynch and the Royals. Remember when this bet cashed 5 days ago? First inning. May not cash today in the first inning, but I fully expect them to get 3 runs through those first 5 innings. The Twins are still hot versus left-handed pitching, just like they were 5 days ago when we got this cash. So I don't know how you don't go back to the well here at good plus money. So Twins F5 team total, yeah, I'm not going to dwell on it. We cashed it. I gave this analysis 5 days ago. Let's just get another cash here, fellas. What game do you want to talk about?
You know what's funny about being a professional sports bettor is when you get to like Monday and then homie asks you on, you remember on Friday what happened? I'm like, no, I have no idea. I don't remember anything because you get to looking at so many damn games, so many sports. Dude, I'm like trying to watch basketball. For some reason, I have an MMA prop and I got this and that. And then you're trying to tell me 5 days ago that the Twins are, no, I don't remember. I don't remember what the hell happened, but.
I remember first inning cashes. I remember first inning.
I probably do better with hockey, but yeah, next game, man. Let's talk about the Cleveland Guardians and the Detroit Tigers. initially my lean was like, I like Skubal, and I don't know Pilkington very well. He's a 1 or 2 inning kind of guy. Looks like maybe a bullpen type of day for the Guardians or whatnot. I'm like, Skubal should get this done. I look and I'm kind of like, I don't really enjoy the line at full game of -140. I'm like, what can I get for the first 5 innings? Because it interested me a little bit more, and I even have to pay more at a -150. So then I start thinking about this, and I'm going, so we have a bit of a chance of rain, right? We're looking like 45-50% chance of rain. So suppose it may be a little bit wet, and hope that the game doesn't get rained out or canceled.
Could have used that. Could have used that yesterday in that Twins game, by the way.
Yeah.
That was my only loss.
Maybe drives the score down a little bit, but also beyond the rain is bad bats. Legitimately bad batting in both, whether that's bringing in runs, whether that's batting averages. Then you throw in Skubal. I like him as a pitcher. So really we're just relying on Pilkington to get through a couple innings and Guardians to do something with their bullpen. What I cannot decide on prior to this, and maybe if this is something you like or have an opinion in the comments, do we like the first 5 under here with Skubal and just get us through it? I did this yesterday, I think, on the Oakland Athletics. I did the first 5 under as an official bet. That cashed, something I don't normally do. Or do we like a full game at under 7, I think it is. So I think it's going to be 3.5 or 7. But either way,
what?
Either way, I think an under would be a play in this game if you don't want to pay the juice to back Detroit.
If you're asking me, I kind of like the F5 under a little bit more. The Guardians do have the number 1 bullpen, so you would think maybe the full game under. But then the Tigers comes in about average, as you know. They're looking at the stats. So I would just lean on a powerful Skubal, like you've said, and it's all justified. Then you're going to get Plinkington for 3-ish innings, and then you get the number 1 bullpen. I don't know. If you're going to toss that question out there, I would lean more towards the F5 under. But I like the full game under, too.
Sure. Yep, so kind of either way, I think I just left it as an under in general, whichever way you want to go. But there's the information for you anyway, so something I like. Something that caught my eye.
Good stuff right there. Let's go from an under to an over. How about the Red Sox team total over 4.5 runs at -105? Look, the Red Sox are absolutely crushing left-handed pitching. I'm talking about the Red Sox, folks, not those White Sox. The Red Sox are number 3 in batting average. They're hitting .352. They're number 5 in OBP. They're number 2 in slugging, and they're number 4 in OPS. Just destroying left-handed pitching. And who's coming to town? Mr. Can't Blow It By You. All I do is pitch to contact. Dallas Keuchel's coming into town. That's right. So they should light him up for 3-ish runs. Who's he going to be getting relief from? Not from that bullpen that sits bottom 10 across all the stats. Easily bottom 10 across all the stats. So as long as you don't have to get that deal with Hendricks coming out of that bullpen, and obviously you're only going to see him in the 9th inning, you're fine with this White Sox bullpen. They should all be giving up runs. Red Sox are averaging 8.33 runs in their last 3 games. We got an offense that's heating up, destroying left-handed pitching. Not a power pitcher at all on the mound here today for the White Sox. Easy bet for me. It's Red Sox team total over 4.5 runs at -105. Let's go ahead.
Some nice supporting information for you. All the sharp actions there. 78% of tickets, 85% of money. Everyone's loading up on the Red Sox on the money line. So.
Everybody's running to fade Dallas Keuchel. Love it. I always, you know me, I don't do money lines. I like to do team totals, so that's why I settle on that. Love it. They're going to cash that probably by the 4th inning, if I had to take a guess. They're gonna jump all over Keuchel nice and early. Bats are hot. All right, shut up. We've talked long enough. We give these people some pitching props. Why don't you go and kick it off?
So the first one that is not even out yet, but just anytime I see the dude's name come up, dude, like, get against Daniel Lynch somehow. I think he's got major issues with control and whatnot. I don't think he's really ever been anyone trustworthy to me. See, strikeouts are usually fairly low. I don't know what the total would be, or even his walks. I mean, his last couple games here, the 8th, the 15th, and the 20th, he gave 4 walks, and 2 walks.
Mm-hmm.
So
They're hanging his strikeout number at 3.5. I kind of looked into it. I mentioned how the Twins have been destroying left-handed pitching, and there's a reason why we've run back that same winter. If you've got his game log up, man, he goes over 4 more times than not. But I felt like under 3.5 was a good play. I didn't bet it, but I'm with you. I was on the same kind of read there.
Yeah, the last time he saw the Twins was April 20th, and he got 2 strikeouts.
He got crushed.
Over 5 innings, yeah.
Yeah, he actually ended up leaving him out there after his rough first inning. But, yeah, that's what I like. I think under 3.5 Ks could come in. The Twins jump on him like they did a week ago. I think you get a good cash. I want to do another under right there. I like your under theme. What about German Marquez? They're the Colorado Rockies under 4.5 Ks. It's juicy. It also has not cashed all that often. It's only cashed in 2 of his 8 starts. It did not cash against the Nationals, who we saw on May the 3rd. So why do I like this? Well, the Nationals are first right now in K percentage. They're only getting 17.1% of their outs via the K, and that's number 1 in baseball. Again, we just saw him on May 3rd, so I think while he did get 5 Ks in that outing, I don't expect him to be as successful. I'm going to talk about this game a little bit later on my best bet, but yeah, I like going under his 4.5 Ks. If you want to go over 1.5 walks, don't really matter. Just get behind fading Marquez there of the Colorado Rockies. Did you have another one?
Not particularly in a sense of like a strikeout maybe or anything that's actually like going on for. I'm interested in a pitching matchup, I guess, and I'm going to talk about it as I go into the next inning because it's it looks weird for like an underdog play, okay. And that's going to be Castellanos of the Diamondbacks, okay. As they're going against this guy Mitch White. His strikeout prop is at 3.5, and I know. What makes it difficult is the Dodgers bats, right? I don't know. It just feels like a weird matchup to me. Like if you're going to go for a heavy underdog, I'm feeling like the Diamondbacks may be something worth not even a full unit, but it is definitely something to look at.
So you're thinking Castellanos over 3.5 Ks?
Yeah. And for my underdog play, I'm looking at the Diamondbacks.
Cash yesterday, obviously, with Fetty on the mound. So, yeah, these Dodgers can certainly swing and miss. I gave some of that justification for that yesterday. So, I like that one right there. I want to go ahead and do one more under here. What about Hunter Green? They're the Cincinnati Reds. Hunter Green under 7.5 Ks at minus 156. It's cashed in all but one of his starts. This guy throws incredibly hard. We know this guy. He gets beat up. Like his beginning of the season, he was getting roughed up, but he seems to be getting better. He's not getting roughed up as much, but again, he's not really getting 8 strikeouts. He's only gotten 8 strikeouts one time. Cubs offense sits about middle of the pack when we terms of strikeouts. First right-handed pitching. I don't know, 8 Ks is a lot for a guy who's only done it once. It's a little bit juicy at minus 156, but I think if you're willing to pay it or if you want to drop it in a parlay, I think that'd be a good thing to do. So Hunter Green of the Reds under 7.5 Ks. You mentioned your long shot. Do you want to expand on those Diamondbacks, or do you want me to go ahead and give a long shot?
Go ahead.
My long shot is going to be the Guardians, plus 120. You like the under in that game. I do agree that the under is a good play in that game, but I like the Guardians a little bit more in terms of for an underdog or the best underdog of the day. Look, this could very easily be a bullpen game. Plinkington's kind of weird. He went 33 pitches, and then his last start was 83 pitches, so a 50-pitch jump. They obviously sent him down to the minors and built him up, but he only was able to go 3 innings. So if he can only go 3-4 innings, I'm fine with that because, again, I just mentioned a little bit earlier, when Squirrel was talking about that under, the Guardians are the number 1 bullpen. So I'll go ahead and back the number 1 bullpen, and then what's going to be a bullpen day if he does go 3-4 innings. So like that right there. The Guardians offense is better versus left-handed pitching than the Tigers are versus right-handed pitching. So we get the offense advantage in this matchup. We get the bullpen advantage. Guardians are definitely weak versus right-handed pitching. They are not hitting right-handers, but we got Scooball in the mound, so we don't have to worry about that. So I think the Guardians could be your best long shot of the day at plus 120 to knock off the Detroit Tigers. Let's go ahead and keep things moving. Let's go to keep swinging. We'll give these people some hitting props. Why don't you go ahead and kick it off there, Squirrel?
Are you seeing how many Braves players are crushing Aaron Nola?
Yes, there's a lot of Braves one that is. I've got one here on my thing. As people know, I give out 2 a day. I've got one. Which one? Who do you want to talk about other than Ronald Acuna? Although he's hot, he suffered an injury last night. He's not going to play today.
Sure. Well, there are quite a few of them. Aussie Albies, even maybe.
Yeah, you could find this could be, we always talk about, Squirrel, your classic same game parlay. Like, this could be your game, just dropping the Braves players in it. Nola's a good pitcher. I mean, nobody's going to disrespect the name, but
but they've seen him so many times, and their averages are all so good against him. Acuna, Albies, Austin Riley, Marcelo Zuna, Adam Duvall. They're all hitting him. Dansby Swanson. I mean, every one of these guys has like almost a 300 or better.
Love it. All right, so you're suggesting a same game parlay for that one. I did pick out Austin Riley, 10 for 27 versus Nola, 3 doubles, 3 home runs. There's a lot of Braves you can go ahead and pluck out. I want to go ahead and parlay Austin Riley, though, with Cole Calhoun there of the Texas Rangers. He's 5. He's 7 for 18 versus Frankie Montas. Got 2 doubles, 2 home runs. If you drop those two players in an over 0.5 hits parlay, that comes in at plus 156. So let's stay hot. Give you guys that winner yesterday with Francisco Lindor, a good plus money cash. Let's see if these two guys can come through for us right now with a good plus 156 cash. So, all right, 6th inning, we got to give these people a steal. Did you have anything on the board that was a steal today?
Yeah, you already talked about all the reasons as to why you should take the Red Sox.
Yes.
I mean, again, the hitting, the pitching matchup, right, is Keuchel, as you talked about.
Waka,
again,
you gonna slander this guy? You gonna disrespect? You gonna unjustifiably disrespect him this season again?
Listen. I talked about this yesterday. And who was the guy that I took that you couldn't get out of your head that he sucked?
It wasn't Dylan Bundy. We were somebody I said it was like Dylan Bundy. Let me go look up the schedule yesterday and see who pitched. There was a guy yesterday. Let's see.
Because the point is...
Yeah, get to the point while I look it up. Get to the point.
The point is, we have to look at what's been happening now, right? As players switch teams... God, I want to know the guy now. This is bugging me. It's like right on the tip of my tongue because it wasn't Stroman. We talked about how Stroman went from being decent to being
Castillo. Wasn't Castillo? Was it
No.
Hendricks?
This is bothering me so bad.
Yeah, look that up. I don't know. Interesting stuff.
Okay. Anyway, we need to look at the current form, and the current form of Waka. I mean, could have been Bruce Zimmerman, right? Has been bad, and you're waiting for him to and we've tried to do this on multiple guys. We're like they're gonna revert, they're gonna go back to being what they were, and they keep taking our money. They just keep taking our money. I guess for what Michael Wacha has been producing, for the way that you've just described, the Red Sox are crushing lefties for the stats of Dallas Keuchel, and why not follow that money as well? The as I told you, the action, the large, sharp action is all over the Red Sox, and I will get in line with that.
Love that right there. And the White Sox even used Hendricks last night in getting that save. They used him for over an inning, so their best pitcher of that bullpen threw 28 pitches last night. Loved it right there. All right, so you think the steal is the Red Sox? I certainly think that's a great steal. I like to give a nerfy here in the 6th inning. A nerfy of the Cubs and the Reds. This game starts in about a little over a half an hour, so get this bet in. Great price here at minus 108 over on BetUS here for this nerfy between the Cubs and the Reds. This one you may be sweating through, but they're nerfy, so you always sweat. I'm wearing the appropriate shirt today. Got Nerfy Nation on, baby.
There you go.
Hunter Green here of the Cincinnati Reds. We talked about him a little bit. He's given up 4 runs in his 8 starts. He's really only given up runs, though, in 2 of those 8 starts. The Brewers got him for 3 runs, and then another one he gave up 1 run. He's got 14 Ks, though, folks. I mean, Hunter Green has strikeout stuff, big, powerful kid. He can get it done. Rookie right here. He's got 8 walks, though, to go with it. So which Hunter Green are you going to get? Are you going to get a Hunter Green that's going to come out and throw 14 Ks and shut it down? Or are you going to get the guy that's had 2 hiccups and thrown in 8 walks to go in there? If you get the easy Hunter Green, you're going to breeze through a nice win because Justin Steele's on the mound there for the Cubs. He's only allowed 1 earned run in 8 starts, 13 Ks. So another guy that can strike you out if he gets in trouble. And he only brings 1 walk to the mound here in the 1st inning. So 2 guys with extremely good strikeout stuff, 2 offenses. I think they can, they're scuffling a little bit here, to say the least. So give me Hunter Green, Justin Steele to keep this NRFI here in the first inning between the Cubs and the Reds at -108 over on BetUS. We got to get these people our best bet of the day. That's what we do in Coming to a Stretch. What was your best bet on the board, Squirrel?
We're going to do something for the first time, I'm pretty sure, for this entire summer thus far. Okay. I'm going to join forces with you, combine to make the same exact best bet. I'm going to let you reveal what it is and what you're doing with it today and why it's such a big deal, but it truly is, in my opinion, the absolute best bet on the board today. I talked about it in the second inning. What is it, buddy?
You talked about why you like that over in that Rockies and Nationals game. I'm going to just focus on we're going to focus on what the Nationals can do. I think over 8.5 runs. You've seen this a lot already on social media. I think you're on a fantastic play. Both of these starters should certainly get hit. I'm just going to go with the Nationals. Team totals over 4 runs, so you can get a push option, and it's at even money. Absolutely love that. Nationals are the best K percentage versus right-handed pitching. Kind of mentioned that a little bit earlier. We talked about Marquez. The Nationals offense is about middle of the pack, but they absolutely destroyed this guy. 10 hits, 7 runs, 2 home runs a little under a month ago. Just destroyed him. Look what the Rockies bullpen did last night against the Pirates. This bullpen is sitting bottom 10 in the league across a handful of stats. So a starter that's just god-awful. Bullpen that's god-awful. Nats are still good, middle of the pack. They've fallen back a little bit, but they were on fire there for a little bit. But they're getting a starter they should absolutely crush. So love this bet. Love it. He's allowed in his 8 games, 7 of those 8 games have seen 4+ runs.
But why is that bet so important to you today?
All right, just like I was sweating tennis yesterday, boys, on this show, I'm now sweating this bet. If you're following me on TikTok, I'm trying to streak to $85,000. If you start with $10, make 14 bets in a row at -110 or better and roll those profits over, you'll eventually get to where I'm at right now. On bet number 10, I've made $3,367 on this bet. I have $3,367 on this bet. This is a big boy bet. Now, obviously, I would not recommend going crazy if you're not following the challenge and you haven't earned that profit. Do not go putting $3,300 on this bet. But that is how much I love this bet. I'm 5 wins away from winning $85,000. I need the Nationals to get me one step closer. Let's do it. That's the best bet on the board. Nationals team total. And I'm already sweating. We're 8 hours from first pitch, and I feel extremely uncomfortable. Just to let everybody know, I'm extremely uncomfortable. All right, that's the best bet. We got to give these people a parlay. What's your parlay?
Yeah. You start so that I can finalize it.
You start so I can finalize it. Okay, parlay, Red Sox, Angels. We've talked about the Red Sox. I don't think we need to dwell on them a little bit too much more. I'm going to parlay them with the Angels. Good things happen when Ohtani's on the mound. Ohtani is on the mound. Just good things happen when that guy's on the mound. Angels are better versus left-handed pitching than the Blue Jays are versus right-handed pitching in this current setting. The bullpen edge certainly goes to the Blue Jays, not going to lie, but we hopefully don't need to worry about the bullpen advantages by the Blue Jays. So if we just get Ohtani to do what he does, game over. So Red Sox, Angels comes in at +201, +201 right there. So that's my parlay of the day.
Yeah, I love the Red Sox. I do. I mean, I have to just keep going with my best bet then, right? I'll take the Rockies Nationals over and go with the Red Sox. That would give you a +265. If you wanted a different team than the Red Sox, a game we actually didn't talk about, well, we did, but just in terms of the batting props, if you're looking for a team to destroy Aaron Nola, I think the Braves might not be the worst at home either. That's the same exact price at -115, give you a +265 if you're trying to parlay it. But even if you just wanted to play it straight, I think Red Sox or the Braves aren't too bad.
Yeah, like the Braves say, a lot of familiarity with Aaron Nola, and you're not even getting a great Phillies bullpen. Like if they need to get a couple extra late, I think you can get a couple extra late against that Phillies bullpen. So nice parlay there, Squirrel. Let's go ahead and give these people our official bets. These are the ones that we've got our money on. I'll go ahead and give mine first. And if you're wondering what's happened with me this week, we've been on fire in baseball, so nobody's complaining about that. But the volume is down. I'm putting about 7 units or so in play every day on the French Open, and you got to have good behavior. This isn't a time where you blow through a bankroll. Even though we're on fire,
What? Why not?
You can't really. So I can't have like 7 units in baseball, 7 in the French Open. Then I got the NBA playoffs tonight, so I got to temper it back a little bit. Just give me these two totals: Nationals over 4 runs over the course of the whole game. Twins F5 team total over 2.5 runs. Bets will certainly pick up here. The French Open is starting to die down, so we'll start to increase those bets. And then I'm going to use some free roll. I've already made an arbitrage bet this morning. Put a little free money in our pocket, so just look for me a little bit later on Twitter. Some of these leans will be in a free roll for me. It looks like you've got 2 bets as well.
Yeah, you're probably tired of hearing me talk about the damn Rockies and Nationals over at this point. My other one that I'm going to try to get onto is the Guardians and Tigers, but what?
I was just thinking, you said you're probably heard of me tired about it, as if I'm not going to be blowing you up all tonight as the Nationals get 1 run, 2 runs, 3 runs, 4 runs, 5 runs, and I'm going to just be dancing over here.
I don't mind. We'll say the Guardians and Tigers, though, under any which way you want to do it. Whether that's first 5, which me and Jason here kind of lean towards, but I think full game you're not really doing too bad anyway with the rain, with the bad batting, with the Scooble, any way you want to do it. I'll call it first 5, I suppose, and say under 3.5 runs. But I just think the under is good play in that game anyway, so.
Love it. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this. Let me go pull up BetUS. We'll do a rapid fire right now. We'll talk about every single game today from a money line, run line, or over-under perspective. Don't forget, guys, drop in your best bets of the day as we run through this rapid fire. I always love to kind of see what you guys are feeling today. What are you guys betting today? And hit that like button. Hit that like button. Let us know, guys. We're on a heater this week. We're both doing really good this week. So let us know you're cashing with us. Let's go ahead and kick it off here on BetUS. We've got the Cubs and Reds. This thing starts at about a half an hour with an over-under of 9. Cubs at -115. Reds are at -105. That's probably pretty accurate. I think this is kind of a coin flip game.
Yeah,
I'll take the Reds at -105 just because of the price in a coin flip game. Sure. Reds.
Yeah. Were you talking about an over-under in this game at some point? Because I think you were.
I only talked about Hunter Green staying under 7.5 Ks. Not like a game over-under, but a prop within it, obviously.
I'm going to go against you. I think I'll take the Cubs.
Good. Like that right there. Yankees and Rays are up next. Yankees -125. Rays are at +105 with an over-under of 7.5. Nestor Cortez. See if he can continue his hot season against Yarbrough there of the Rays. I would lean Yankees at -125. Boy, is Cortez been really sharp. So,
I would too, because you're not usually going to get them at that price. But I would just like take a second and appreciate how funny you are, because I just bet against you and you go, cool, love that right there. We move on.
Burning your cash, bro. I'm on fire this week.
Okay, whatever. Oh,
we got the Rockies and Nationals. Somehow the under is juiced more than the over. I have no idea. I'm with you. Give me the over, and who cares who wins this game? Just root for the over.
Oh yeah. I think you'd be silly to try to sneak a side in there. Who that's really?
Yeah, who really knows? Guardians and Tigers are up next. I've mentioned over on BetUS, I think Guardians at +120 is probably your best underdog of the day with an over-under of 7. I like your F5 under a little bit more than the full game under. Give me those Guardians at +120.
Okay. I think the Tigers win the game. I just don't want to pay 140 or 150 for a first 5 or whatever. Your best chance to probably win the game, and the reason it would be juiced, is to take Scooble in the first 5, but more likely to happen, I'm on the under, so I will not go against you on this one, but I do think Tigers win the game.
All right. Phillies, Braves are up next. Phillies -105, Braves -115, over-under of 8.
Braves for the reason of hitting Nola and the familiarity, and the home team. I think it's not a bad play at 115.
I'm with you. I'll join you on those Braves. Royals and Twins are up next. Royals +155. Twins -180. Really a repeat matchup. We just saw this exact same pitching matchup 5 days ago.
I was going to ask.
Twins.
I think I remember those two pitchers going at it. I don't remember what happened in terms of a game total, but
6-4.
I think okay. So I want to say I was on the over at 8 or 8.5, and I would do that again. It just appeals to me, and when the props come out, if you can get against Daniel Lynch in some way, shape, or form, I don't mind that either.
I think you were on the over a fair amount in that series, and you did a pretty good job cleaning up in that series. I'm with you. Take the over 8.5. It's just don't even think twice. I didn't even think twice.
Yep.
Brewers Cardinals. This one's a tough matchup. Brewers even money. Cardinals minus 120. Over under of 7.5 on BetUS. Lauer versus Wainwright.
I thought it was a tough matchup too, and then I kind of thought about it. I would lean Cards. You have them at home. I think Wainwright's still decent. Brewers are very up and down, where I just feel more confident in the consistency of St. Louis.
I like that. I'll join you right there. Red Sox, White Sox. We both like the Red Sox. We can kind of skip that one.
Absolutely.
Blue Jays, Angels. I already said I like the Angels on that money line at minus 160 with an over-under of 7.5. You like anything else, or you like those?
It's a game I didn't really particularly look at. I don't want to take minus 160. I mean, Blue Jays are capable of doing damage, although you are getting Ohtani and you're getting him at home as well. For an over-under perspective, it's just a tough game. I think the lines are set about fair. I don't know if I'd really have a play in the game. Would you hate an over 7.5 for the offensive capabilities? I'm not saying it's, because Ohtani's not good or anything.
I think this is one where, we've kind of said this today during rapid fire previous ones where it's like, just take the over. Why would you try and pick a side? This one, I feel like just take a side. Why would you try and take an over or an under? Like, I'm that confident that the Angels with Ohtani at home can do it.
Okay, I'll take an over, but yeah, I don't know. I'm and that's weird, isn't it? I'm normally a money line player.
Right.
So, yeah, whatever.
All right, 2 games ago, Dodgers Diamondbacks are up next with an over-under of 9.5. Dodgers minus 190. Diamondbacks plus 160. White versus Castellanos. I'll take an over 9.5 runs.
Okay, I'm going to take my chances on the Diamondbacks going against Mitch White because I really know nothing about him. Comes down to the Dodgers bats, and we know they're damn good. It's kind of scary, but I can understand your over too, right? You're expecting both. That tells me you're expecting the Diamondbacks at least to put up some runs.
Oh, yeah.
Although, the Dodgers at least have more recently covered a lot of overs almost damn near on their own, if not on their own.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a sketchy one. I'm not going to play it for a full unit on the money line at plus 160, but I think you're getting a lot of points there for the pitching of the Dodgers.
Like it. All right, last game of the night, Rangers Athletics, over under of 7. I bet the under hits. Something just feels under. Minus 105 for the Rangers, minus 115 for the Athletics. Montas, Perez, everyone feels like an under.
It does. Indeed, it absolutely does. May I ask you once again then, is this a full game or a first 5?
I take the full game. Nothing scares me with really either offense. I just take the full game.
Nothing scares you. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Not even. Not bets. Definitely not the Rockies bullpen or Marquez. They don't scare me. Damn it.
All right, man. Cool. Well,
all right, guys. Let's stay hot. Everybody's having a good week. Loving to hear that. Let's just keep the positive going. Another day of great comments. Hit that like button on your way out. Let's tail these bets, and let's come back tomorrow full of winners, and we'll talk about Friday's slate. Almost the weekend, everybody. Thanks for kicking off your little Thursday afternoon with me here. Go enjoy your day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
See you later.